And I'm Jamel.
And we are here in the part of town where I think I spend 99% of my time in Pineapple Grove, here on the corner in the beautiful office of Posh Properties.
Yes, I remember when Pineapple Grove really was nothing. It was really nothing whatsoever. And now there's a lot of foot traffic along this street.
Well, we are in the place that started that boom. Suits this business and this business owner so perfectly, and the properties that they sell are always so posh.
Yeah, so I tell a lot of people, listen, if you're gonna, a lot of people just want to come down and just walk, Atlantic Avenue, but you really have to come off the beaten path and walk down Pineapple Grove, because there's a lot going on. There's a lot of shops. Your shop is down here. You got Posh Properties here.
You have the Arts Warehouse. We have galleries. There's the Ray.
Restaurants, everything. So you have
many things.
So many things going on.
It's not like it used to be, where this street was very sleepy, and you're like, yeah, that's just a drive-by street. You just run through it real quick. Nope, you got to stop and walk.
Talking about sleepy, last night was Halloween.
You wish you were still sleeping. You got a sugar hangover.
I think Halloween has like taken a whole shift from when you were a kid to now you're an adult, so it's a totally different vibe. Like, what happens in your neighborhood?
So we do Halloween in Gulfstream, and at the end of the cul-de-sac, there is a bar and a DJ and a food truck. I was like, I remember as a kid where you just went house to house getting a candy, and like it's not like that anymore. Like they go and do that, and then there's like a huge party after with the dance party, and the kids all dance, and it's a great time.
Yeah, and it's almost sort of the same in our neighborhood, to where all the neighbors get together, everybody cook a lot of food,
so
big potluck. And you have a lot of booze, for the adults. So I felt bad last night because it was like kids were coming over, and I'm like, I'm sorry, but this house will cater to the adults. There's nothing left for kids. So.
Yeah, well, that's like they have Jello shots, and the kids are like, and everyone's like, no, and they're like, Jello. You're like, no, this is not. This is a grown-up Jello.
But I think it's really nice, and I really like the street that I live on, because the neighbors get together around all of the holidays to do crazy things for all of the families. So it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun.
It's nice. I mean, I think that's what really makes a place feel like home, when you have that community. And there's always things happening in our community here in Delray Beach also, which I think is so great. So Jamel, as two board members at the Achievement Center, have you got the memo of what we raised with the witch ride?
Oh, you know what? I was gonna wait to hear from it on the show. So I seen some of the pictures. I seen some of the pictures. I seen some of the videos. But I want you to go ahead and tell us how much.
So it was amazing. So for the first year ever, they moved the witch ride over east, and we were right on A1A. It was a beautiful day, a little windy, but all the witches made it safely through their flight down A1A. And we raised $33,000 for the Achievement Center for Children and Families. And it was so much fun. It is, I joke but it's not really a joke. It's my favorite day of the year, because we had 400 people come together, dress up, ride their bike very early in the morning.
You decorate the bikes and everything. And there's like a competition with best dress. Okay.
Best bike, best group, best cackle. And it's so much fun. And it's such a joyful event. And it helps so many people here in our local community. And I think that's really what makes Delray Beach so special, is how many people do something to help.
But at the same time, with the Witches Ride, there was also the Green Market
and the Kids
Fest, which this was the first year of the Kids Fest, right? And I heard it was a big hit.
It was amazing. So I ran from East over back to Pineapple Grove to go and help the CRA we did pumpkins with the kids, because the Green Market had just opened the week prior. And then the DDA put on this beautiful kids festival. They had bounce houses and face painting and all kinds of things. And then there were the vendors from the Green Market, so you could support local, have delicious things to eat, and do some fun things for the kids. And trick-or-treating the same day, up and down downtown. The businesses, we all had candy, and it doesn't get better than that.
Yeah, I have a buddy that's also selling over at the Green Market. He has the Johnny's fish dip, so he sells it's some smoked fish dip. Oh, it's delicious.
I'm gonna have to try that one next week.
Yes.
But yeah, I mean, it just is. It's a great time. I think really in this town, Halloween kicks off You know, all of the fun things that happen in season for us, even the people who come down a little later, but it starts now for all of us that are here, and it just goes until we get into next year.
I'm thinking about it because, you know, the Christmas tree is coming, it's up and everything. You look
and I get to decorate a house in there again. It's my favorite. It's gonna be a surprise. I know, everyone says, what are you doing today? But I think that's why I love Delray Beach, is there's so many people like us who want to help, want to give back to the community, want to add some extra joy, and for me, a little bit of sparkle, but, you know, in this town.
No, I agree, and probably, I think it was a couple weeks ago, EJS had their annual gala.
And someone was the host.
Listen.
And crushed it, I heard. Crushed it.
I did a little something. You know? Had a lot of fun. And being there to basically hear these kids' stories about the impact that the program has had on their lives, the impact of the staff. I mean, it was really beautiful, and I think they were able to really double, you know, their goal. I think they raised close to like $200,000 and some thousand.
So deserved.
That night surrounding that event, but it was a well-planned event. Awesome job to the EJS staff and their board for really putting that event on. I thought it was probably one of my favorite events that I've emceed in the past.
And I had a few friends reach out. They bought tickets because they saw it on our show.
Oh, sweet.
So that was exciting too, that there are people who are watching and they're helping out in the community.
Yes, definitely.
Well, speaking of people who are helping out in our community, I don't think there's a single event that this person is not involved in.
I agree. I mean, I see this name on everything, Posh Properties. You see on every event that's going on in the community, no matter what type of event it is, any nonprofit event that's looking for sponsorship or whatever, some type of thing. I mean, they're involved in some way, shape, or form.
Do you want to bring on the lady who made it all happen?
This lady right here that's making it happen with Posh Properties. Let's give it up to Miss Geraldine Walter. She's the broker and owner of Posh Properties.
Thank you for having us in your beautiful office.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
I mean, it really is like, I mean, you're so posh. The houses you sell are posh. The logo is posh. Like, I couldn't think of a better name for you and your business.
Yeah, it's amazing how the name came about. I had a girlfriend who was living in Italy, and she had been a broker here in Delray, and they had retired to Italy. And when I was trying to come up with a name, her daughter came up with it. So Posh is port side out, starboard home. It was the sunny side of the boat, and that's why it was so posh, right? But in fact, I think that Posh would relate to us more like how we do our service. We're top shelf. The customers that come to us want that special service, being treated like a boutique brand, not like one of many. So many agents really don't care which house they sell. For us, we want to do the best job and that's why we're able to give back to the community. Because I firmly believe the better our community is, the greater livelihood that my agents have. And so that's why we're always trying to give back to the community. I have a lot of big events that people try to get us involved in, but it doesn't really benefit our community as a whole. And that's why I like to stay local and stay with our local charities. I'm on the board of directors for Bound for College. We've done really well this year. I've given computers out to the Milagro Center and the kids that are graduating. We do $500 gift cards to the colleges of their choice to help them.
Beautiful.
And this year, I mean, I've probably given about $55,000 so far this year in charity around this neighborhood. Wow. But this neighborhood, the stronger this neighborhood is, the stronger our brand is and the stronger my agents are. And we're down to 33 agents that are just really doing well in a market that's very difficult. And it's because we're doing our job and we're looking out for both sides, the customers, the sellers, and the buyers. And this door alone brings in so many people. So what we did recently, you guys probably didn't notice this, but on our television screens, and right now we're going to be turning this window in a complete television screen.
Oh, that's cool.
We've been doing all the events on our screens now of what are going on every month in Delray.
Oh, that's beautiful.
So it's all of the different events. It talks about everything. And you guys, I would love to have a little clip for you on there.
We would be honored to do that.
Because so many people stop in these windows.
Oh, I love your windows. No matter what I'm doing, if I'm not in a rush, I stop and look at all the properties because it's so amazing to see. And even just for us that are local, to see what are things valued at, even if you're not selling.
It's important to understand. It's really important to understand. And the market is kind of sort of shifting. We're finally getting back to some normal numbers, some fair numbers for homes. And I'm so excited to see that because one of the things my agents will not do is chase the compensation. They'll chase the transaction, but they won't chase the compensation. So I'm almost a little offended sometimes at the prices of some of these homes because, and then they languish and then they come off the market. And that is just not healthy for the entire community. So it's nice when we understand what they're worth and the sellers and the buyers are willing to pay, willing to sell, and we're just moving transactions and getting people onto the next level of their life. A lot of people like yourself, they first bought their home, they had small children, now they have bigger children with friends.
Yes, they take a lot more space.
Well, one thing I can say with some of the events, speaking of your staff, whenever I'm at events in the community, no matter if it's here in Delray, Palm Beach, Lantana, I run into your staff everywhere.
Great?
I mean, at different charity events or whatever it may be, and I'm like, wow, you guys are, and they're having fun.
That's
and
great.
they're having fun, and they speak highly of you, and they speak highly of the
They're
company.
proud of
so
what
they
they're
represent
doing.
you very well.
That's nice. That's nice. Well, that's the thing. I always tell them, listen, even with everything that's going on in the world, and it's very stressful for many families and many loved ones, and but we are in such a wonderful little pocket. We come look at this beauty every day. Now, I was originally over on Atlantic Avenue when I started 23 years ago, but we were kind of isolated. Here, I've met all the neighbors. I stop and have lunch. I bought baby clothes from your shop from one of my agents. Yeah, it's nice. You get to meet everybody. So one of the things that we're trying to do, and I was speaking with Ryan Boylston the other day, we want to try to create a camaraderie within this area.
Count me in.
Yeah, right? A little block party.
Yes. We talk about
party. Count me in too.
And there's a party, he'll be there. We'll give him a microphone and we'll attract everybody.
But
I
would love to do
it's
that.
true. I mean, we talk about that all the time in my store too, is like we have the nicest people on our street. Like all of the people who own businesses in this street are lovely. You have Claudia with her dog boutique, and there's such a nice synergy of different things. And I think we all attract similar clientele because we have a similar mission and we have a similar vibe. We're welcoming you. We want you to come. We want to help you too. And I think that's what makes our little corner of Delray Beach so special.
It's such a great environment and it makes everybody happy. What's really nice though is that it's almost the step up. The restaurants are a little bit nicer. The food selection, the wine selection, the clothing, the jewelry. I mean, we got that new jewelry store that just opened here.
Beautiful.
It's really kind of, Pineapple Grove to me is like a level up from Atlantic. I like Atlantic when I need that excitement and energy and just going and meeting your friends. But when I want to have some nice dining or do some nice shopping, it's Pineapple Grove. I don't hit Atlantic for that. I hit Pineapple Grove for that. I'm sorry.
Insider secret.
So tapping into your expertise right now, and for the people that's out there that's looking to buy a home or somebody that's looking to sell, what are some of the things that have changed in the market right now? Well,
the interest rates are really an inhibitor for us, but because we're in a discretionary dollar market, it doesn't affect us as much as it does out west where people are raising their families, having the minivans, paying for school. It affects them more so because of that monthly. But here we have so much money coming into the area, so much influx from around the country. And that's one of the reasons why I like getting involved, because one of the things I've noticed is that when you bring people into the area, like we do 300 to 400 transactions a year, right? So now you have all these people moving into the area. They don't know anything about the area. It's great when we do events, like the one that we're going to be having over at Pop Stroke. We have a customer appreciation. So we get them involved in coming in. We invite them to the events. We get them involved. I used to give out little certificates to the library where you could buy $100 and they get their name on the wall or something. I give it to them when they buy a house because I want them to feel part of the community because they feel a little isolated. They really don't know anybody. So it's great. I have these parties every year. Yeah, it gets, so now we build a community stronger.
Friends.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that's the thing. So with buying and selling right now, I think for the next, this is my prediction, this is what I say to my agents and to myself, for the next 6 months, starting about the middle of November, is going to be a huge buying. We're going to have a lot of people coming in. They're going to be buying. They want to move for so many different reasons. But historically, weather has been the #1 contributing factor for people moving there. And it is getting cold up there. So when it snows, I'm like, yes. Bring on the snow.
Absolutely. And it's funny because when I lived in New York, it was always the opposite. Like you wanted to look for an apartment in the winter because all the prices dropped.
That's
so
right.
Like one time we moved in a literal blizzard because we're like, we don't care, we're getting that. We got 2 months free. We're like, yes. But now all of them are running here and looking for you because it's so cold.
Yeah, they're buying, and they also know it's a good place to run to. We have a great state, a great county, a great city. We have, you're right, we're welcoming. We want them here. We appreciate them being here. We appreciate them having consumers in our area.
Yeah.
And then I think when we get to summer, we're probably going to see a change. I think we're going to see a lot of, hopefully if the rates come down, we'll see some refi and people getting that. And people like yourself where you have a small interest loan, you're not going to give up those homes at 2.5%, 3.5%. You're sitting on them. Even if they have a huge equity, you're sitting on them because what's your alternative to go to a house with 9% interest rate?
No.
You just sit still, be patient. If for those people that don't need to move, sit still, be patient, wait for the market, talk to a professional, talk to somebody who's in and out of this market every day. I watch so much activity go on in this market. I know exactly when I'll put my house on the market and I know exactly when I'll buy. So if you want to kind of come in and chat with us, we're happy to sit down. There's, it's just lovely to talk to people. We go out and talk to people here. We know everybody's dog in the neighborhood, by the way, because we got that dog bowl and the treats. They all drop off boxes of milk bones and dog treats as I leave for the season. And when they come in, so we have boxes of dog treats for people.
Sweet.
So it's a very interesting market. For 23 years, I've been navigating this market, and we do extremely well. We are down a little bit, but not like some of the big national brands because we have such a professional top shelf service.
And a personal touch. It's that personal touch and caring about not only the people, but their animals as they walk by.
Oh no, we love it here. We love our community, and we want to see our community thrive. And I think it's important for everybody that if you want to be in a community that thrives, you need to participate. And for many years, I did not participate. I will admit to you, I'm like, I don't have time for that. I'm just going to go work. But what Mimi brought me in.
Mimi,
and
she's
what
amazing.
Participating in this community has done is it's made me a ton of new friends.
Yes.
I see people just like you. You see people wherever you go, you know them because you're participating in the community. So if you're not participating in the community and you want a thriving community, get out there and participate on any level you want. It could be once a month, it could be twice a month. But participating in this community and supporting this community supports your community to keep it thriving and exciting and a lovely place to stroll for lunch.
I can say you probably didn't participate for years, but you have made up for it.
Yes, she has. Yes, she has.
I appreciate that. I love it.
Absolutely.
Yes.
So is there anything else that you want people to know about your business or about anything real estate that you think people need to know?
Well, I think I'd like everyone to know that we are a local community boutique, that we do extremely well. We actually do better than a lot of the big national brands because we have so much legacy business. 40% of our deals are double-sided because we try to negotiate down the commissions to help everybody put the deal together. But we know what we're doing. We love what we're doing. And we're just here to help. Sometimes people just come in for advice. I've given out maps of the city and shown them which restaurants to go to. I'm not trying to sell a house, and I tell my agents the same thing. People come into the window, they look. I said, don't go out there and try to sell them a house. I go out and make a friend.
Yeah.
Go make a new friend, because the more friends you have, the fuller your life is and the more business that you have. And I just want to say that we appreciate being on this corner. We appreciate being part of this community, and we hope that you stop by and say hi to us, and I hope that we have a wonderful holiday season coming.
Yes! Well, I couldn't have ended that better myself. That was beautiful.
Thank you.
And once again, thank you for all that you do. Thank you for all that your team does to help our real estate thrive here in Delray Beach. Whether you are buying or selling, we're very, very lucky here in Delray
we are
Beach.
so lucky. We're in this little bubble, aren't we?
Beautiful little bubble.
I know.
Yes. So, and also at the same time, the Rio Delray event that's coming up on November 16th at the Chamber. You are a big sponsor of that, with the headline.
Oh, we're the presenting sponsor again, Mimi.
And do you want to just talk about that real quick, just before we actually even just move on? That's something that we forgot about.
Yeah, we did. We were so busy talking
about
you.
Last year I was able to be the presenting sponsor, and we had such a great turnout over at Seagate. And
it was beautiful.
And that's the other thing. What I love about the events that we do them in local venues, so that people now are turned on to a new venue. And so now, as a presenting sponsor for this year's, we are Delray, and it's on the 16th over at Throw Social. I think there might be a few tickets left.
A couple, if there are. So if you want to get in, you better get it. Now, I'm so sad. It's one of my favorite events of the year, and I'm out of town.
Oh, you're kidding.
So I'm gonna have to miss it. So Jamel's
We'll tell
gonna
you
have to
about
fill me in and make me feel sad about it.
right?
I'm sure I'll be very sad and having awful FOMO while I'll be in St. Kitts, so it's not like I'm going somewhere bad.
It's a great
but,
venue this year too, and Throw Social, you can really accommodate more, and I think it's grown exponentially because people are getting involved. And what's nice about the We Are Delray is that every business owner and everybody that's involved in our community, they're all going to be there, and it's a great chance to meet new people and meet other business owners and meet other residents, especially for those people that are moving in from out of town or out of state. You almost feel a little isolated. You're trying to find a place to be and connect to the city. We Are Delray on the 16th at Throw Social is a great opportunity for you to involve yourself in our community and really get to know all the things that we do, because we have everything from Savor the Avenue to the Witches Ride. I mean, there are so many things that this city does. It's amazing to be part of it. So try to get involved with We Are Delray at Throw Social on the 16th. You'll have to go to the Chamber, to their website, and find out about how to get more tickets to that. And that's the other thing. We have the Chamber of Commerce right across the street. We have the Arts Garage with all the music and culture going on. You can walk to the park. You have the tennis. We have pickleball. Now, pickleball, folks, we have pickleball in the area. So that's a call out to everybody.
I love it.
All right. Well, thank you very much.
Thank you so much, and thank you for hosting us.
Thank you.
Yes. So I have to tell you, love her energy.
Oh, wonderful.
You can really see why people love her, why her staff loves her, everything. Just a wonderful ball of joy.
And if you're looking to buy or sell, come on in.
Yeah,
they want to get to know you. They want to help you make it happen. And they're proud of what they do here, and rightfully so.
Even if you're not looking to sell at this given time, if you're walking in,
just come in and say hi.
Just come in and say hi. No further ado, thank you guys for joining us. We love you. Have a Delray day. Peace. We're out. Chicka, chicka, chicka. Yeah.
I invite you to join me at the Delray Beach Chamber of Commerce, because here we're all about community. With like-minded people and businesses, the Chamber will help your business grow, and you get to connect with people that will become your best friends. Weekly events give you ample opportunities to learn alongside talented professionals. At the Delray Beach Chamber of Commerce, we are better together. Become a member at delraybeach.com.